Seechi Disk. Seechi Disk.
Scheei Disk depth measurement. That's quite a tongue twister. I almost messed up there.
Seechi Disk. Seechi Disk. The Seechi Disk. What is going on, Turd Nerds? Matt here with Operator Mindset, and in today's video, we are going to be talking all about the Seechi Disk. Some of you may be thinking, the Seechi Disk? Is he serious? Others may be thinking, what the heck's a Seechi Disk? And some of you are out there thinking, that's right, my man, the Seechi Disk. Heck yeah. Whatever boat you are in, whether you're a new age operator with all the tips and tricks, or maybe you're an older operator, you've been in the game a minute, and the Seechi Disk is how you came up. This video is for everyone and every boat you're in regarding wastewater. Make sure you are subscribed to the Operator Mindset YouTube page, where we do videos just like this all the time. And if you like any of the merch you see me wearing in the videos, check out our website, operatormindset.org. That is our Shopify store. You can buy all the merch that you see me wearing in the videos. Check that out today. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so the Seechi Disk, it was invented by Angelo Seechi. Angelo Seechi lived from 1818 to 1878. Angelo Seechi was an Italian scientist. I'm Italian. Mwah. Grazie. Angelo Seechi published over 700 papers throughout his life. 700. Holy crap, that's a lot of YouTube videos. Majority of these papers had to do with his main hustle, which was astrophysics. That was his primary study. Some of his lifetime achievements include creating a star classification system, as well as one of the earliest known maps of Mars. Talk about crazy. Along with that, he was also an astrology professor in Rome. And then through a series of just life events, crazy life he led, he actually became one of the Pope's scientific advisors, which is just crazy. I mean, talk about like top of the line. That's what you're going for, at least back in that day. One of his missions he was tasked with as the scientific advisor for the Pope was to create a system in which they could gauge water clarity. Not sure why, but for whatever reason, he took it and ran with it. So on April 20th, 1865, Angelo Seechi, standing on the side of a boat in the Mediterranean Sea, dropped the very first Seechi Disk into the water, essentially giving us the very first Seechi depth reading. This Seechi depth reading effectively gave us a way to standardize and quantify water clarity. So before this time, there had been other tools used to see down into the water and things of that nature, but the Seechi Disk reading actually gave you more of a standard methods, if you will, in order to gauge that water clarity and be able to actually give that figure a number. One of the craziest things, though, is it is still in use today. The Seechi Disk is over 160 years old, and it's still being used to this very day, which is just crazy. It's actually most commonly used by limnologists and citizen scientists to judge the turbidity or the clarity of lakes, rivers, streams, and oceans. So anyone taking care of aquatic life potentially uses this very disk, one just like it, to gauge water clarity. The reason that is because it's pretty low cost, it's pretty easy to use, and it's pretty easy to understand. So put simply, it's pretty simple. Now, you may be asking, well, where's it come into play in wastewater? Well, if it's a tool to judge clarity, you may already be starting to see how we can apply it to our wastewater process. Overall, in all of the vast amounts of research Matthew did for this video, which was probably like 3 to 5, maybe 6, give myself a little credit, Google searches and reading up on it. I really couldn't find how it actually made its way into wastewater, but knowing the kind of tool it is and what it's used for, I can see how it just pretty simply got pulled in. Not sure exactly when, but for whatever reason, it started getting used in the wastewater field because some of the earliest wastewater processes were what? Ponds, lagoons. I mean, being able to judge their clarity was a thing, right? So I can see how it got pulled in very simply, but this disc can also be used to measure the clarity of your secondary clarifier, of your contact stabilization pond. All different kinds of things you could use the disc for in order to gauge water clarity. Again, the disc is popular because it requires no power. It's easy to read. It's easy to carry out there with you. I mean, again, simple works, right? So let's go over what it actually means. If you have a shallow Seechi depth reading, meaning you don't lower it very far in there before you lose sight of it, it can mean a variety of things regarding your wastewater treatment process. A shallow Seechi depth reading could indicate slow settling or very poor settling. It could also be an indication of over aeration in your basin or high algae growth. Highly turbid water is what it's going to indicate to you trying to take that reading. This could help you as the operator make some control adjustments to your operations in order to fix this issue. So we could adjust aeration rates. We could even adjust wasting rates, possibly even our chemical feed dose. Finally, what does a deep Seechi depth reading mean? So if it can go way down there and you can see it way clear in the water, a deep depth reading is an indication of overall great clarity of your water. Very good settling indicates proper process operations and just overall good water clarity leaving out in your final effluent. So now, the million-dollar question: is the Seechi Disk still worth it? It's hard for me to answer that question. Realistically, probably not. It would probably be a no. But if you're a turd nerd like me and you just love the industry and you like being creative or just doing this kind of thing for fun, yes, it would be worth it in that sense of it. But overall, are you going to be asked about it on the exam? Probably not. Technology has come a long way, guys. So yeah, it's pretty easy just to get your water sample and stick it into the meter and get your turbidity reading, as well as, the sludge judge out there gauging your blanket. So as far as secondary clarifier water clarity, there's other ways to measure it, and those are more common nowadays than the actual disc itself. But I will say, again, if you're a nerd like me and you just want to do it for the sake of doing it, that's great. I mean, let's not forget, right? Let's honor old Angelo and use these discs whenever we can. But in all seriousness, if you do work at a facility, or maybe you're a traveling operator and you bounce between 3 to 4 different plants a day, this could be a tool you could utilize. If you got very low budget, you don't have it in your budget to get all the other fancy lab equipment you may need, a Seechi Disk could be a way of process control that you could add to your sheet in order for you to gauge your operation even better. It's a disc and some rope. That's pretty simple. That'll fit in the truck with anybody, right? So overall, again, because of ease of use and low cost, these guys can still be utilized today no matter where you're at. That being said, before we go into the lab, rig this guy up, and then take it out there in the plant to use, everybody stop what you're doing. Mark on your calendars April 20th. April 20th of this year, everybody who has a Seechi Disk, your job is on the birthday of the disc, on the birthday of its creation by Angelo Seechi. We go out into our plant and we use our Seechi Disk just as a way to memorialize the man. Tip our hats, if you will. Thank you for this awesome tool that we all get to use today. Let's head over to the lab and get this guy hooked up. What is going on, Turd Nerds? All right, so
Here's the time. What we're going to do is we're going to take our Seechi disc right here, and we are going to tie our rope to it. So this is not the rope that comes with the disc. I have no idea where that is. This is a pretty old disc, so it was here long before I was. So I got some new rope. If you do order one brand new though, I believe it comes with rope. So there you go, right? One less thing you got to buy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tie our rope to the disc, and then I'm going to measure out in feet and mark on my rope. So traditionally the Seechi disc is actually measured in meters, if I'm not mistaken. But I gauge my blanket depth in feet. All of that is in feet. So I'm going to do traditional American way, and we're just going to convert it to feet, and it's going to be okay. Biggest thing to remember though, involving taking this Seechi disc depth measurement, that's quite a tongue twister, I almost messed up there, is to remember to do it at the same time every day. So taking it at the same time every day ensures a few things. Number one, consistency, right? Number two, the two main things that are going to affect your depth reading are going to be the sunlight and cloud cover. So trying to get it around midday, most of my research said late morning to early afternoon, sometime in there. Noon would probably be perfect. But you need to try to pick the same time each day to do it. Again though, if you got a lot of cloud cover or it's just super overcast that day, it could affect as far as you can see the disc, as far as the depth reading you're going to get. I even saw a thing where it said take your sunglasses off because that could affect it. That's going to be hard for Matthew because the sunlight blinds me just horribly, but I'm going to do it for you guys, all right? I promise. I'll probably be teary-eyed and crying. I'm starting to tear up now just thinking about it. Pull yourself together. Biggest takeaways regarding the disc is make sure you got it measured out right. Make sure you are performing the test the same time each day. And as well, documentation. If this is going to be something you're truly going to utilize, make sure you are taking notes. You are writing down your depth findings, and then also make a note on the time of day you took it, as well as what it looked like outside. Was it overcast, partly cloudy? What was it? This all will help you later on or in your future if you do start to get a lot shallower depth readings, which would indicate poor settling, right? You could say, hold up, let's take a look at our process and see what it is. Are we over aerating? Is it a problem with the bugs? We're not settling? What is it? All that can be a lot harder to do if you don't utilize your paperwork, if you don't utilize good note taking and keep up with what you're doing. If you're just writing a number down on a paper, I'm not going to remember what the heck was going on that day. Quick little note, take that extra second, do it right. It's going to help you in the future. So, all that being said, let's get this rope tied on, and then we will take you out in the plant and we'll get our first Seechi depth reading. Let's go. Ah, man, that smells good. Gosh, that foam looks just as bad in person as it does on camera. I really don't like it. So we got our disc tied up, ropes on there, measured out, 1 foot intervals. So we're waiting on our skim arm there to go around. If you don't know what a skim arm is, or a clarifier for that matter, check out our video on how to measure your blanket, where I go into a little bit more depth on reading your blanket, using a sludge judge, how to do it properly. Some exam tips in that one too. So check out that video. We'll link that in the description. And let's get into it. All right, Turd Nerds. So here we are out here on our secondary clarifier. I got our disc hooked up to the rope, and I got it marked out with some duct tape in 1 foot sections. So the proper way to do this, lower it down into the water until you can no longer see it. As it disappears, then you want to pull it back up just until it's within sight. And then that's when you take your actual depth reading. You're gonna kind of steal from the standard procedure of taking your sludge judge. I'm letting our scum arm there get to the 90-degree angle. Same thing you do when you're trying to take your core sample. So here we go. Going to lower down the disc. I'm also going to stand at the same spot that I stand when I do take our sludge judge readings. Is it anyone else nervous, or is it just me? And I know what you're thinking. He's gonna forget to take his sunglasses off. That's for you. All right, here we go. First ever depth reading from the Seechi Disk. I am so nervous right now. That is so cool. Oh man, I can still see it. All right, it's out of sight. And back up. All right, that's in sight. I had to look. It's right there. Dang it, I was hoping for a better one. 1, 2, 3. I feel like it was right there. Not quite 3.5, a little over 3 foot. Hoping for a better one. It is super cold. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying. It's like 33 degrees outside right now, and I'm out here messing around in the dookie water for you guys. So you're welcome. All right, so that's 3 foot Seechi depth. It's really my first one, so I don't know if that's good or bad. There you have it, Turd Nerds. That was our first ever Seechi Disk reading. Now, I would probably even say I need to do better, right? I know we're dealing with a few things. I know you saw the grease out there, video about all of that coming soon. Can't wait to do that one. But above all else, we got super cold temps. Colder weather promotes slower settling. I know we got too much air out there. We got a brand new plant here almost, guys, right? It's only a year old. We're pushing a lot of air. So I'm doing everything I can to make sure I'm not over aerating in my aeration basin, especially in these colder weather months. With those two things in mind, I think the disc reading really wasn't too half bad, but I'm gonna try to do better. Maybe even share the results in another video in the future. We'll start taking some disc readings and we'll see what we can do as operators to try to promote better settling and get a deeper depth reading. If you use the Seechi Disk, please comment, let me know what are your normal readings? What do you normally get? That would be cool. Next to that, if you have anything to add to the video, if you've never seen a Seechi Disk, now you know what it is. So when you're talking to that old timer operator who's like, back in my day, all we had was a Seechi Disk and a settleometer. Well, if you go get your own and run it, now you can say, hey bud, I know what you're talking about. I feel you, I got you, I got you. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great week. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the Operator Mindset YouTube channel. And if you want any of the merch, like what I'm wearing in the video, check out operatormindset.org. Link to that in this video and at our YouTube homepage. We'll see you guys later. Turd Nerd out.